continuation with our discussion on the emphasis of music within a child's education and development, it is important that we also look at students with disabilities. And Ellary Draper's article, Creating a Meaningful Musical Experience for Students with Disabilities, she talks about the differences between a functional and a traditional curriculum. And in the past, for years and years and years, we have taught, we being teachers have taught students based on a traditional curriculum with scales, with things like keeping a steady beat, how to hold an instrument, but haven't really addressed students on a case-by-case basis, but more looked at in depth how based on age where a student should be developed. And while we do have general ideas of how development works, there are kids that are outliers within this theory. And so it is important that we, while can still use a traditional curriculum with steps based on age and assumed development, we also need to look at a functional curriculum, which is what Draper talks about in this article. We need to, in order to create a meaningful experience within the music classroom that can be applied to students' lives outside of the school, we need to create a functional curriculum that is based on their goals and incorporating music within their everyday lives from their childhood up into adulthood. And so she speaks specifically on for students who might not take part in creating a lot of music, where they wouldn't need to use and memorize scale patterns and steady beats, but might be a consumer of music, and that they will go on to attend concerts and listen to the radio. We need to give them the tools that they need within vocabulary to have a in-depth, intelligent conversation about the music that they're hearing with their peers. So it's important that we meet with parents, with paraprofessionals, and with the child themselves, and listen to what their goals are for not only today but for their future, and incorporate that into the classroom. And this can be used specifically for students with disabilities, and even incorporated into their IEP as another goal for them to achieve within their education. But it can also be applied to our other students that fall within